I got you, friend. Let's do a makeup tutorial. Grab your tape and grab your favorite makeup palette, and we're gonna show you how to create that kind of look. So I went ahead and finished one eye so I can show you all the finished product, and then we're gonna go and do the other one together. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Ambam, or Amber, and I'm a makeup artist. I do regular makeup, creative makeup, and SFX makeup, but I love teaching you all the tips and tricks I've learned as a self-taught makeup artist. So let's talk about how I created this and what colors and brushes real quick. So I primarily used this lighter pink, mid pink, and then I used the black. So we're using Rose Realm, Wild Rose, and then Enchanted Dust. And then for the shimmer, I use this beautiful pink, which is Starlit Rose. And then I also use a little bit of the white in this section, which is Soft Whisper, which has a very slight, subtle shimmer. So there's a look. Let me pull off the tape so you can see. Look at that line. It's so pretty. So let's go and get into it, and I'll show you how I do it. First, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush with Wild Rose. I keep wanting to say Mystic Mauve. I don't know why, but Wild Rose. And we're going to go ahead and work that into our crease. And don't worry if your concealer or eyeshadow base starts to make lines or crease. It's okay, just tap it down with your finger. So again, Wild Rose, just a little more product, and I'm just going to tap. I'm not worried about being blended yet because we're going to go in with another color to help blend it. So right now, I'm just placing it gently, so just tapping motions along my crease. And then till you feel like you've got the color and pigment you want. After that, we're going to go in with a different fluffy brush, which is a little bit smaller. I'm going to go into Rose's Realm, and we're going to go ahead and go on top of that color, and then we're going to start buffing it out and diffusing it along the top portion towards the brow bone until you like it. So again, back and forth motions, and then sometimes little swirls. And if you notice I'm holding it towards mid of the brush, you can hold it towards the end if you want it lighter, but I'm just doing soft little motions. So see how quickly and easily that blended out. This palette and Allure palettes are phenomenal with not only their pigment, but also how well they blend beautifully. All right, there we go. Let's go to the next part. I went ahead and I put some translucent powder on my brow bone and blended the edges at the top, just like that. Now, once you have your shading the way that you want, we're going to go and do a faux cut crease. Now, I usually use Vaseline and I cut my crease, but I'm not going to do that today. So we're just going to take some concealer or some eyeshadow primer on a concealer brush that I'm using, eyeshadow primer, and then we're going to make ourselves a little cut crease. So for me, because of my eye shape, I can't do the little close your eyes trick, so I'm just going to follow my natural crease. And I'm gonna do this live so y'all can see. It's just patience. So I do kind of like tap motions and kind of gently pull it over to the direction of my cut crease. And I don't want to go too high for this one. I want it to be a little bit more natural, and see how it matches the other one. And then I'm just going to tap and drag towards the edge, but I want to really focus on the front portions. This is a partial cut crease. So just like that, we have that done. Then I'll take my beauty blender and just blend that in and tap that in like that. Then I will take a flat brush. I'm doing this live so y'all can see the steps one by one with the Soft Whisper, which is the white shade with a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and start tapping that on the inner to set it. And then I'm going to take my translucent powder, and I'm actually going to tap that for the rest because we're going to put a Dazzling Shimmer shadow from the palette on the lid. All right, so now that we have that part, now I'm going to go back in with my Wild Rose, and I'm going to start tapping towards the outside, and then I'll work my way in and do little strokes, little like what I call feathering, because I'm kind of feathering it forward a little bit and blending it. So see how it gives us a nice little blend. And then for the edge of the tape, I'm going to go in with Enchanted Dust, and this one is going to stick to more of the lash line. And then I do have a pencil brush, we'll use that as well. but I want to start building it up just like I have this one with a little bit of drama. Just using that enchanted dust to bring that in. All right, so it's almost done. Let me do a little more blending off camera and I'll come back and we'll do the final touches. So I finished my face and now we're ready for the last few touches. So I'm going into Starlit Rose with a flat brush and then we're gonna go and pack it on. I like starting with a brush first to get the edges. And then after I'm gonna go in with my finger to get the rest. So see, I've gone along the line, but you really get the best shimmer payoff with these dazzling shimmer shadows using your finger. Do y'all see that pigment? So watch the magic. These are so beautiful and they're creamy. They are not glittery and they just look so stunning. There it is. So I'm gonna do my under eye with the same color concept, do some lips, some lashes, setting spray, and I'll be right back. And here's the finished look. I finished off with 2 Allure lip products, Nude Shimmer Liquid Lip, and a little lip oil on top because hydration is key in summer. And then the Fuknomenal Glow palette, I use that for my highlighter. So I hope you all found this helpful. Let me know what you think, and if you try this particular eye look and use tape and the partial cut crease. And let me know in the comments, what do you want to see next? And for any of the products that I showed y'all today from Allure Cosmetics, I have them linked in my showcase and link in bio. Use code Ambam to save. Have a great day, y'all.